everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. Today's quick and easy day and I am sharing this little Easter treat box. So this one, it has two little eggs on here. I'll show you what I used for the eggs because I didn't have an oval this small. So I'm going to show you what I used for the eggs. You got to use your imagination, y'all. It works. And I'm using some of our new border dies for this. I love these. You know how much I love border dies. If you've been around, you know I use them a lot. I put a handle on this one, but you can do it either way, with or without. But this is what I'm sharing today. It is holding a Reese's egg. But you can put any kind of candy in here, but I made it to hold these Reese's eggs. And I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, and when I saw that one, I just picked it up. I've made some for like the Christmas trees at Christmas time and stuff, but I really like this one. The handle was actually a last minute thought, but I really like how it looks. It's really cute. All right, let's get started with this. So the supplies that I'm using for this, I am using the new fancy border dies, which I have the other one pulled out that I'm using for this project, but look at these dies, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at these. This one makes all kinds of hearts. I should have showed you this one. I already ran it through because I wanted to see what it looked like, and it is so pretty. I'm definitely going to use that one on something. But look at these scallops here, and that little design will be really cute too on a box. But yeah, every time I see a border dies, I get them because, yeah, they're so good for treat boxes and bags. I'm actually using the Countryside border dies, and I'm only using it for this die here. You can cut this piece out and just cut the corners, or you can just cut a straight piece. And the piece would be, that I used is 1.5 by 3. So you can just cut a piece, but I had this, so I used it. And then I'm using, again, the meant to be dies, and this is what I made the egg out of. And this is the part of the bee, but I didn't have an oval, so I'm using this oval right here, and we're just cutting off this little edge, and I'll show you how I did that because I still have them. And then I'm using the sentiment again from the Storybook Friends. I love this stamp set. This whole bundle is adorable. I love it. And then to emboss the eggs, because I wanted a design on them, I'm using the Cane Weave 3D embossing folder. Alright, so let's grab our supplies here. You're going to need one piece that is 8 by 6, and this is Daffodil Delight. Of course, you know I'm going back to the gingham, y'all, but there's so many patterns you can use for this in the designer series paper. And then the mat is 3 7/8 by 2 1/4, and then you need two that are 3 7/8 by 7/8. And then for this handle, it's optional. It's 1/2 by 4, and of course the piece that I told you you can use for the sentiment. And then these are the two pieces. I cut one in Gorgeous Grape and one in Daffodil Delight. And then this is our border die. This is the other one that goes in here, and this is what we're using on this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with this. I guess I'll just stamp our sentiment first, and then we'll do the little eggs. So let's just stamp this with the Easter greetings. And y'all, I don't have many Easter sentiments. I was looking at that, and I definitely do not have many. So I'm doing it to the right side so we can have room for our eggs. And we are going to go ahead and set that aside, let it dry. And here's how I do the eggs. I just take these, and this is meant to be the bumblebee body, but I just go around like that. So simple and easy. And I got my two little ovals. I had a larger oval, but it just didn't fit on this box. So I'm going to take the Cane Weave 3 embossing, and I'm going to just do these both at the same time. I'll run them through the cut and emboss, and we'll be ready to go with the box. Okay, so we have our two eggs done right here, and we'll set those aside as well and get our box made. Alright, so we are going to score the box. Use my Simply Scored here, and we are going to score this on the 8-inch side first, I'm going to score it at 1, 2, 4.5, and 5.5. And then you'll turn it to the 6-inch side and do it at 1 and 5. It's a really easy box. Alright, so let's cut this. And we are going to, where the 2 1-inch side is, you're going to cut down on these. Cut off the top one. And then these are going to be our inside flaps. And then we're going to cut down on this one. Cut that top one off and then cut into these as well. I didn't even cut that straight, y'all. These scissors are really good at cutting straight and I missed that. Alright, and then on the sides, you're just going to cut into these. Do the other side the exact same way. And that is what it's going to look like. Oh, we're going to do, we're leaving the top straight actually because we're going to do our border. So let's sharpen all the score marks. And by the way, Stampin' Up! Is having their on stage convention coming up this weekend and I am not going. I'm so disappointed. I missed the registration deadline. And actually I didn't miss the registration deadline. I did it the day it went live, but it sold out super quick. So I missed out on that. And yeah, I'm so not happy about it, but we're going to have a new catalog coming out, annual catalog coming out pretty soon, and I'm going to share all that stuff with y'all. We are going to mat these, so let's go ahead and mat them first. But yeah, for those of you, a few of you have asked if I was going, and yeah, I am not going this time, but I met so many sweet ladies last time I went. I met so many of you and I hope that I'll get to see you all again at the next one. I had to work that day, so I didn't get on registration until I got home from work, and that's how that happened. So I'm really sad about it. It's the first one I'm missing in many years. So and then we're going to just do this part here. I didn't mat the back, but you can mat it. Just cut 2 of these larger ones. So if I saw you at the last one, it was so nice to meet everybody. Alright, so now I'm going to grab the cut and emboss and I'll show you how I run this through. It's really easy to do. You believe these are my brand new ones, y'all? I know I told you not too long ago I got brand new ones. But yeah, these are them. Alright, so this is very important. When you do this border, you do not want this to hang over the side at all, like here. Or you don't want it to rub against the side, you want it to clear it. So, because these will break, and I've had it happen to me. And that's why I warn everybody every time that I do one like this. So make sure you put it down real good. Make sure that is not touching either of the sides. I mean, it could just touch, but you don't want it to get it really close to the edge because it will break. I did break one that way, y'all. And I was very sad because it was one of my favorite border dies. Alright, let's grab this, move this out of the way, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we go. So pretty. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? I love that, y'all. Now we're going to go ahead and put this together. I'm just going to use CL Plus. Y'all, you can use these for Mother's Day. Here we go with this CL Plus. I told y'all I have a love-hate relationship. It's so strong and it's such a good adhesive, but it will grab your paper. And that just drives me crazy. And you're just going to pull this up and line it up. Make sure it's straight though. You'll see how strong it is. Okay, there we go. It's better. All right, so there you go. Now you can put your handle on if you want. I scored these at 1/2 on each side, but I'm just gonna fold it because it's not like, I pretty much know now what a 1/2 inch is. So what I did here is I just grabbed my paper piercer, and I always use this little block if I'm doing something like this. So I'm just going to well, first of all, let me do this. I'm going to adhere it with some CL Plus first. And then I'm going to put one of our brads on it, which we don't carry the brads anymore, y'all. But you can, I'm sure you have brads somewhere. Everybody has brads. I mean, it used to be super popular to use brads, and I still love using them. And I'm just going to poke a hole there. And I'm going to grab these 2 little ones. And then we're going to just open that up. And then I'm going to do the other one the same way. It's just to reinforce this, because if it's a kid's, they're going to pick it up by the handle. And I just wanted to reinforce that. But like I said, you don't even need to put this handle on. It's cute without the handle. All right, so let's grab our Velcro, and we're going to put some Velcro on this. All right, so I'm going to grab one here, put it right there, and then I'm going to grab the other one, and I like marking it with a pencil. It just works easier for me where I need to put that. And there we go. Okay, now we're ready to decorate it, so let's grab our Easter greeting. I'm going to put that on with some seal to the right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. Here. And then this one I'm going to pop up with dimensionals. Just like that. And then I am using this, I love this ribbon, it's so pretty. It's the Fresh Freesia, and it is the faux velvet ribbon. It feels like velvet, it's so pretty. Y'all, you can put this on the handle. You can tie a bow here around the handle, or you can put it like I did on the Easter eggs. I'm just making a really small bow. Just to add a little bit of a decoration there. You can leave it like that, but I thought it just needed a little something, and I'm going to add it with a glue dot. Right there. And that is it, y'all. So super easy and quick. And then just add your little treat and you have a little Easter treat. Aren't they cute? I hope you enjoy this one, everyone. If you saw my Sunday tutorial, the Easter basket, I am going to be doing a smaller version. Everybody wanted a smaller version. It's going to be a lot smaller because I think it'd be really cute small. So yeah, it's going to be really cute. I hope you'll come back and watch. I'm trying to do it for Sunday, but we'll see. It may be the following Sunday. I think I can do it. I don't think I have any overtime this week at work. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, y'all. I hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.